me. Steve Budin is here for Financial Focus. Steve, good to see you. Unfortunately, got to be inside with us today talking some Financial Focus. And the first thing on our agenda today is factory activity down. Explain what that means.
Yeah, we have a week full of economic data coming this week. The first one was U.S. factory activity, and that's basically a measure of the output U.S. factories. The good news is it's still showing an expansion of the economy. The bad news is it's slowing down from the last couple of months. So good news, bad news thing is we've been seeing the last couple of months. It's showing that the U.S. economy is growing, albeit slowly, and the fourth quarter economic numbers, the GDP, showed that we grew at about a little over a 2% growth rate. It's okay, definitely not great.
Is there one particular industry that did better, or the factories did better than any other?
No, nothing. Yeah, nothing that was measurable. It was pretty across the board. Home building actually did okay, better than others, but and U.S. auto manufacturing seems to be doing okay too.
The next thing on our list for Financial Focus today is consumer spending down, and we actually talked a lot about this before the show. You were telling me that it's somewhat surprising because gas prices are so low these days.
Yeah, and it's no surprise that the data shows that the spending is down because we're spending less on gasoline. What we're seeing in a lot of surveys is the people that are saving money, let's say you're saving $100 a month in gas, you're not putting that back into the economy. You're saving some of that and you're not spending some of that, which I think is a good idea. Americans are using some of this money to pay down some of their debt, but it's showing that it's not a dollar for dollar economic output increase, which reflects itself in the numbers, and it shows that the economy is thin. Again, we're expecting more of a bang. Maybe we'll see it in the next couple of months, but we haven't seen it yet.
So somewhat bittersweet with
Bittersweet, yes.
And then today we know that the president's putting out his $4 billion, dollar budget. And so any thoughts on that and how that's going to play out with Congress?
Now, a couple things to remember. You mentioned the October 1st deadline, so we have 10 months to fight about this. The president's budget is not law. It's just a proposal. And I was crunching some numbers. It comes out to about $13,300 of spending per American.
That's incredible.
It is, and it certainly will get the debate going. And you already saw the Sunday talk shows yesterday shooting down a lot of the proposals. But the president feels this is what I would do if I can get everything passed. Congress will have their input. But it just goes to show, even with a $4 trillion spending plan, they're going to argue over it.
Absolutely. They argue every time. But do you think it's going to be unbelievably difficult for him this time around because it's, controlled by the Republicans at this point?
I do. If I was a betting man, I'd say October 1st will come and go without a budget. I think the Republicans will push back at him. Clearly, the lines have been drawn. He proposed things that he knows have no chance of passage, and that angers the Congress. Congress feels that they're not being an equal partner in this. They'll submit their budget, and somewhere in between, they'll come. But for the last 5-6 years, we haven't had a budget.
But as you mentioned, October, so it's going to be a long road. We'll be talking about this for a while.
Yes, we will.
Steve, good to see you.
Sure.
All right, Steve will be back next week. Meanwhile, we're going to be back here on Midday in just a few minutes. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this commercial break.